Hola, bienvenido. Sorry mate, that's just a bit of Spanish I picked up in Alcudia. But in today's video, we will be looking at the different types of components of fitness. So the learning objectives are to identify the two different types of components of fitness. Remember, I'm going to reference it throughout the video potentially as COF, which is components of fitness. Secondly, we're going to look at the definitions of each component of fitness. And then we're going to link each component of fitness to sport and physical activity and exercise. And then finally, we're going to select and look at the different methods of testing for each component of fitness. Okay, coconuts, let's move on to that first learning objective. So the first component of fitness would be health-related component of fitness, health-related. This refers to your day-to-day activity, exercising in order to stay healthy and physically fit. Okay, staying healthy. That is the main purpose of health-related components of fitness. Your next one, and your second component of fitness, would be your skill-related component of fitness. This is the ability to perform physical tasks efficiently, as it refers to a particular activity. So having the ability to do something, the ability. Now we are going to break it down further. These are the components within the health-related components of fitness section. So you have cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. Red pen time, matey, red pen. Now the components within the skill-related components of fitness. You have agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time, and speed. Blue pen, matey. Now this is where the real learning takes place. We're going to select health-related first. We're going to define it, link it to sport and physical exercise, and then give the method of testing. So the first one up is cardiovascular endurance. Cardiovascular endurance. This is your body's ability to deliver oxygen to the working muscle efficiently without fatiguing, and being able to do so for a long period of time. Okay. A sport we can link it to, because it's red, sport we can link it to is being able to last 90 minutes in a football game without fatiguing, okay, without feeling tired. Thank you for pausing the video. Students, if you're listening, when we're linking it to sport, don't just put golf, go into detail about it, okay? Detail. Resume the video. A physical exercise that will benefit from this would be something like the treadmill, long periods of times, exercise bike, long periods of times. And a method of testing would be that bleep test, going from the cones to the cones. In the sports, I'll remember this one. Every time you go to a different cone, you hear a bleep, different stages, and it gets faster each time you go up a stage. That's it. Now we have muscular strength. Now, muscular strength is defined as your muscles' ability to go past a point, exert a maximum amount of force in one effort. If we were going to link it to sport, it would have to be weightlifting, because in weightlifting you have to exert a maximum amount of force in one effort. Exercise would be weight training, low reps, maximum weight. Method of training would be the 1 rep max. Next we have muscular endurance. A bit similar to muscular strength, but a little bit different. It is your muscles' ability to exert force repeatedly or for an extended period of time. Now, a good sport to link this to would be cycling and rowing, because in cycling you have to continuously use the tibialis anterior and the gastrocnemius, and in rowing you have to use the triceps and the biceps and a bunch of other muscles for a long period of time. When you're linking it to sport, there are thousands of exercises you can talk about and discuss. Bicep curls, wall sits, the list goes on. An appropriate method of training would be the 1 minute sit-up test. Okie dokie, moving on. Next we have Flexibility, okay? Flexibility. This is defined as your muscles and joints' ability to freely move through their full range of motion, okay? Moving freely in their full range of motion. If I was going to link this to sport, you could say obviously gymnastics. A lot of events require flexibility, and other sports like martial arts and basketball also require flexibility within their movements. Okay, if I wanted to improve on my flexibility, I could do static stretching, which is holding the stretch, and I could also do dynamic stretching, which is moving whilst on the go. A good method of testing would be the sit and reach test. The final one in this category would be body composition. Okay, body composition. This is an individual's percentage of bone, muscle, fat, and water in their bodies, okay? If you're going to link this to sport, it's talking about their percentage of all these things. So a tall person would be appropriate for basketball, a small person as a jockey, a heavy person as a sumo wrestler or maybe a rugby player, and a light person maybe as a jockey and a gymnast as well. Okay, you can't really work on your bones because you can't really change your bone structure, but your muscles and your fat and your water tension you can adapt via exercise and dietary. Okay, an appropriate method of testing for body composition is a skin fold capilla. It pinches the skin. It's an instrument that pinches the skin to measure how much fat percentage you've got. Now we have moved to the skill-related components of fitness. Now the first one is agility. Agility is having the ability to move and change direction with speed. Okay, so an appropriate sport to link this to could be dribbling past defenders when playing either football or basketball. Okay. If I wanted to work on my agility, I could do cone dashes, I could do lateral runs, which is side-to-side movements, and also ladder drills, going in and out these in-betweens of ladders. An appropriate method of testing would either be the T-test or the Illinois agility test. Next on the list, we have balance. Now, you could define balance as the ability to stabilize the body in movement or to maintain it in stillness. Okay? Almost all of the sports, a technique or a movement in all the sports requires stillness or balance. It is where you maintain your center of gravity, but I've put the beam in gymnastics here, which is an obvious one. Exercises that could improve or require balance or good balance is the plank, squats, or standing leg swings, and a method of testing would be the standing stalk test, where you stand on one leg and flex the other. Next on our list, we have coordination. Coordination. This is your ability to combine different actions in movements, so being able to use your legs and your arms simultaneously, okay, during the same action. So good ones for this are swimming and kickboxing, because you have to require different parts of your body to do different things. Good exercises to work on this are elbow to knee sit-ups, skipping, and battle ropes, because they all require you to do different things in regards to movement. Method of testing would be the hand and eye coordination test. Next on the list, we have power. Now, the definition of power is the ability to combine both speed and force. Okay, so speed and force in a movement. So the formula for this is speed times strength, and it's an explosive movement. Okay, so when we think of explosive movements, linking it to sport, you could say someone exploding out of the starting blocks in a 100-meter sprint. Okay, or maybe even throwing a punch in boxing. That could be a good one for power. Good exercises for this are bag slams or ball slams, plyometric box jumping, which is standing still and jumping onto one of those boxes. You know when you see those boxes in the gym, that's plyometric box jumping. A good method of testing would be the standing long jump test. Next, we have reaction time. Now, the definition of reaction time is your ability, that word again, ability to respond quickly to what you see, feel, and or hear, okay? It's the senses. A good link to sport would be during a penalty kick, a goalkeeper has to react to make a save. A good link to exercise would be clapping your hands while press-ups and crisscross movements in skipping. A good method of testing would be a ruler drop test. Next, we have speed. Definition of speed is your ability to perform an action, or cover a distance quickly. One of the two. So you can either perform an action or cover a distance. So linking it to sport, covering distance would be a 100-meter sprint, and a good action would be a smash in badminton. If you wanted to improve your speed, you can go on the treadmill to do a fast pace, or you can do continuous boxing at a fast pace. A good method of testing would be a 30-meter sprint test. Okay, this is just for all the people in year 10 and year 11 at the moment. Okay, so the understanding of these components of fitness will be vitally important when you come to do your GCSEs and when you come to do your PEP, your personal exercise plan. Okay, moving on. So I've given myself here a GCSE style question which is worth 4 marks. Which two components of fitness give us an advantage when taking a free kick in football? Okay, power and balance I've just put to the side there. Now I've got these two words, I'm going to talk around them, okay? I'm going to talk around them. Okay, so I've put, you would need power to kick the ball with a combination of strength and speed. You could add something additionally there if you wanted to. Balance is also important. Although we use our entire bodies or our whole bodies when performing this skill, we still need to have a good posture and center of gravity. Okay, so for this question, it's a 4-mark question. You would receive 1 mark for stating the component of fitness and then 1 mark for giving a reason behind it. Power, combination of speed and strength. Okay, balance, and I've talked about the good posture and center of gravity. That would be 4 marks there, okay? Now it is your turn. Try this with different sports, exercises, positions, skills, movements, and see how you get on. You'll surprise yourself. Put it to practice. The more you put it to practice, the better you will become, okay?